So Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is getting its first major update, and it's wild because what you're seeing on screen here is one of the updates that is coming to the game, and it is split screen on every single map. When the game was first about to release, they said they didn't know if this was possible, if they could pull it off, but they could. And check this out, look at how good this looks now, doing split screen on every map. This is what the original Tenkaichi could do, and I'm glad that we can now have Sparking Zero do the same on every single map here as well, which is just incredible. I'm glad that they were able to pull it off. But we're gonna get into the complete update patch notes and look at everything that is being changed, because this update has brought so much good balance and so much changes that it feels like we went from a beta of Sparking Zero to the full-fledged game now. So we're here on the Bandai Namco website. Free update for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, new features and adjustments. Latest update details for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, new features, battle system adjustments and more. And a free update for the game drops on December 12th. Due to the update release, maintenance will be conducted from 9 to 11 CET or 12 AM till 2 AM PST on December 12th. To ensure a more enjoyable gameplay experience, please make sure to apply the latest update file. So supported platforms: PS5, Xbox Series X and S, and Steam. And now, game mode adjustments. All stages are now available in offline player 1 versus player 2 battles, which is just amazing. And now we're having some functionality adjustments as well. So battle setup, a function allowing you to change a character's display method has been added. The My Sets function has been added for team members. Ranked match and player match, you can now skip the intro battle animations, which requires both players to input the skip command, which is great because watching the intro animations gets old after a while, especially if you're playing ranked or just online in general and you don't want to see the same animations over and over. So if you both want to skip it, now you can, which is great. Player match, you can now set your team to hidden or reveal to your opponent when editing your team, so you can kind of spice it up and fake out your opponent by hiding your team, which is pretty funny. Custom battle mode, text can now be sorted alphabetically, and in options you can now set the battle camera distance to be closer, which is going to be interesting. I'm really excited to see how that is, because if I'm not mistaken, you could do the same thing in Tenkaichi 3. You could adjust the camera to be further back or closer up. Now we're having the battle system adjustments. So this is getting into the big meat and potatoes here of the whole update that everyone's looking forward to, like balance fixes and huge changes, which will now make things more fair, I suppose the right word is, more balanced. So high-speed Dragon Dash, this is a new action. The new quick movement action, high-speed Dragon Dash, where you can move quickly towards your opponent, has been added. Perform with R2 and holding X, that which is on PS5, or right trigger and holding A on Xbox Series X and S. So that's really cool. I'm glad we can do a high-speed Dragon Dash. This is gonna make it a bit more interesting in battles. Smash attack. You will no longer be stunned when being hit by a rush key blast when charging a smash attack. And when charging a smash attack during a rush attack, charge time reduction based on hit count has been increased. So that's their way of balancing it out, which is good to see. Rush key blast, the time between being able to fire the next rush key blast after firing the maximum consecutive amount at once. Different for each character has been increased, so that's cool as well. I'm glad that they're taking the steps to sort out all these cheese tactics and things as well, which is good. Rush key blast deflection, you can now move while deflecting rush key blasts, which is good. Steps, you will now no longer be able to be hit by certain attacks immediately after performing a step. Rush key blast and smash key blast can now also be evaded, so that's cool as well. I'm glad that's the case now. And this is something that the community has needed, just this huge update to change up the game and make it more balanced, because people were losing their minds and everybody was like, is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero dead? And it's clearly not dead, but when you keep running into Super Vegito and all of these overpowered characters, like, who wants to play against that? You know what I mean? It just takes the fun out of everything, because you know you can win if you kind of either have the same character, or because Super Vegito already has an advantage in terms of health, and then having that after image strike, it's just ridiculous, right? So Z-Burst Dash, the amount of ki consumed when activating it has been increased. Burst Smash, Ki will no longer be consumed when activating it, and it will instead consume an amount based on a distance traveled, so that's cool. Blast damage has been increased when using a boost. Z Search will no longer lose track of your opponent when characters are swapped. Okay, that's cool. You will now quickly regain sight of your opponent if they enter your line of sight from the front when Z Search is not locked onto them, so that's cool as well. Z Counter, the input window has been shortened, so now you can't just go back and forth spamming the counter animations, you know, when you're dodging and taking all of the ki away. So now it requires more precision and more skill, which is good. That's great to see. Z counter will become more difficult to perform if performed consecutively. So the more you use it, the more difficult it becomes to use. So now you can't rely on it as a crutch as well, which is good. Ki consumed has been increased when successfully performing Z counter, which is good as well. And skill count increase, speed has been reduced when successfully performing a Z counter as well. So some good balance changes there. It's looking really good for the game in general so far, and I'm liking the changes, but we still have to see them in action. And it's good that they've taken so much feedback from the community as well. Like it's nice to see that they've actually listened, because this game is huge, man, and you don't want to lose your player base because the game is completely unbalanced. Granted, Tenkaichi games are meant to be unbalanced. They're not really meant to be like Evo fighting games or whatever, but when something is so broken that you can't really do much about it, that's not really fair, is it? Revenge counter, skill count consumed when using perception against revenge counter has been reduced from 2 to 1. Okay, that's cool. Rush attacks during sparking mode, gradual damage reduction of consecutive hits has been increased, so if you keep spamming your attacks you'll do less damage, so that's cool. Combos, the final attack of aerial combos and aerial slash combos will no longer be interrupted by guarding. Okay, that's an interesting change. Health recovery rate of standby characters has been reduced. Okay, that's interesting because you could switch out when your character's low health and then come back with like at least an extra bar of health. So I'm interested to see how reduced that is. Z-Burst Dash for giant characters. Tackle done by giant characters during Z-Burst Dash is now guardable. Oh, thank goodness, man. That was the most annoying thing in the game. Oh, that's great. Hell yeah, man. Finally, we can fight back. So now we're going on to the other things which people have complained about, which is to do with skills. So skill adjustments here. Skills that cause instant sparking mode, skill count consumed has been increased, so that's good at least. Skills that increase stats in general, skill count consumed has been decreased. Interesting, so you can use more buffs theoretically, which is good. After image strike, effect duration has been reduced to 10 seconds. Okay, so what is it, from 15 to 10? And will be removed if your opponent uses perception while you're under the effect. Oh, perfect, dude. So perception, that'll be really good. So now you have a way out of that, so you know they can't just keep getting you like that. Cool. So that's a really good counter there. Excellent. False courage, skill count consumed has been increased from 1 to 2. Alright, that's a good balance there as well. Technique, all I need is 5 seconds. Skill count consumed has been increased from 3 to 2, and status increase upon activation has been increased because it literally lasts 5 seconds, right? And then it's gone, so you don't get much time with it at all. So it makes sense that it's from 3 to 2, so that's cool. Status barrier, you can now activate it while receiving melee attacks from the front. Okay, cool. So that's definitely interesting as well, and I can't wait to see how that plays out. Blast adjustments, long range blast and ultimate blast, speed has been reduced. Okay. Super Vegeta final Kamehameha, ki consumed and damage has been increased. Okay. Goku Mini trajectory can now be changed while rushing for quick rush, so that's cool instead of just going straight into a straight line. Mr. Satan present bomb, increased ending lag after activation. Okay, so now we have some character adjustments as well. So Android 19 and Dr. Giro health and key amount absorbed in successful throw has been adjusted, so I assume it's way less now. And Dragon Dash, quick ascend and quick descend now consume key. Oh great, man, no more cheese tactics. They definitely saw what happened at that tournament, that's for sure. Self-second form, you can escape the throw. Okay, that's great, because oof, that's annoying. Cooler amount of health restored upon transforming has been increased. Alright, so we're getting the health per transformation. Giant characters, Increase the time it takes to charge a smash attack and reduce its power. Cool. Gradient Vegeta and Dr. Wheeler, maximum health has been reduced. Okay, so their health got nerfed. We've improved performance and ease of use. Alright, so that is everything, but then there's also, it's been identified that playing online with Windows 11 version 24H2 and different OS versions may result in communication errors. Interesting, so sometimes this might happen if you're playing between different Windows versions. So hopefully they can fix that as well soon. But this is the update in a nutshell. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're new to the channel and you like Sparking Zero, make sure to subscribe as well. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a wonderful day. Peace.